do Red Pill God. This is the guy I did that debate with like a week or so ago. I just wanted to check in and see what he was up to. I'd imagine he's back to his... You know, it seemed at the time we came to a little bit of an understanding, like he was being a little bit more reasonable. He was open to, like, you know, new understandings of things like trans issues and stuff, but I'd imagine the second he stopped being on stream with me, because he seemed pretty, how do I put this, afraid at having someone outright question what he's saying live. But it seems that when he gets back to on his own, I'd imagine he's probably sort of back to his old stuff without a second thought. Sorry, I'm just trying to rearrange stuff. I don't know why it's bugging me right now. Just trying to get stuff to look a little bit better. Is that okay? How's that? Think that's fine? Anyway, so these are some of his videos. Like I said, the thumbnails all include him with like some woman now, which is hilarious. Hypergamy is in a woman's nature. No. These are all like 2-minute videos too. That's kind of low effort, but hey. At least they're quick to go through. So let's go through some of these, okay? Hypergamy. Hypergamy is the belief that a lot of MGTOW red pill type people have that effectively says that women are secretly sleeping with tons of men. Of course, there's absolutely no evidence for this. It's just something they believe because they spent too much time on incel forums where they're talking about, like, ladies getting with tons of chads. It's very strange.
Women are hypergamous, you know? Women search for a man who can provide. Alpha male traits are usually status, money, and just having a general sense of dominance are usually traits of alpha men. Now, in today...
Again, this idea of alpha man, alpha and beta men, is ridiculous. It's entirely based upon this idea that came about due to a debunked study about wolf packs. It wasn't even about people, it was about wolves, and even then, that study has been debunked since then. So it's based on old debunked science, and even if it wasn't debunked, it would be misusing it by applying it to humans.
Today's society, things could be a little bit different. But genetically, mentally, women are hardwired to be attracted to a man who has dominance.
What? How many? Wait, was that like 3 jump cuts in a second? Let's look at that.
Are usually traits of alpha men. Now, in today's society, things could be a little bit different. But genetically,
1,
There's nothing funny about
mentally,
2,
women are
3.
hardwired.
That was 3 jump cuts in the span of like 4 seconds, if that. Furiaferna, lobsters with a bit. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Wait, what Streamlabs? Why? Wait, what is Streamlabs doing? Is it fine? Something wrong? I don't know.
To be attracted to a man who has dominance. And in this society, men who have money...
Oh, is the YouTube
have
command
all
not
of
working now? That's weird. Let me try. YouTube. Weird. I wonder why Streamlabs isn't working. At least in terms of commands. Very strange.
Dominance. They have power. Money is power in our society. Money is power in the Western world. Status and influence is power in the Western world. Women interpret this as being alpha. Most alphas seek for status and money. Being alpha...
I think most people, men or women, want some sort of status or want money. At least enough money to support themselves, if not have a nice lifestyle. This has nothing to do with alpha or beta. This is almost like horoscopes for red pill dudes. Like, oh, if you're an alpha, you would like respect and money. Oh, you mean like every human being? Welcome to planet Earth. Hold on, I got a long text I gotta read.
And having status and money can go hand in hand because that's what most alphas work towards. That's the end goal because they
Dead
seek
air.
to have more
Indeed.
influence. Women are drawn to this. That's why it's important to not only stay on your purpose for yourself, but if you want to attract women to just come to you, just spam your inbox, then you must stay on your purpose to become the 1% of men. Most people won't reach 1%.
There's no such thing as this, like, 1% of men that sleep with most women. This is a complete fantasy, again, made up by red pill weirdos.
But you can at least become the top 20%, or shoot, even the top 30%. That works out just fine. No matter what a guy looks like, you as well as I know that majority of women will still fuck with a dude just because he's a celebrity, just because he's popping or he has clout. Money makes an ugly dude extremely attractive to a woman.
No, it doesn't. Not general women. I'm sure there are some people who are women or men who want people who have a bunch of money. They're called gold diggers. They exist both in men and women, but that doesn't mean that that's the general consensus amongst most women. Like Donald Trump, even though I don't necessarily believe he's actually a billionaire, he at least is a multi-millionaire. He's disgusting, though, right? If you're disgusting, inside and out, money will not help you except for really shitty people who want to take advantage of you for your money. The majority of people aren't going to put up with that shit. I don't know why these people believe that. Maybe it's because they hope deep down that they can get money and that'll make them attractive to people, despite the fact that they're really shitty and have these horrible personalities, right? Like, instead of changing who they are, they're like, well, I just have to be successful and make money. Then I'll be fine. No! Be a decent human being. Stop treating women like shit. You don't have to make a bunch of money. God.
No rich guy who knows this is slacking in the woman department.
That's the end of the video? God, this guy's bad. Let's do, like, one more by him, and then we'll move on. Why women no longer cook and clean. I think most adults should know how to clean their house and at least how to cook some basic things, right? Like, even I, who never cook, know how to make, like, burgers and tacos and pasta, you know, basic shit. Most people know how to do some basic shit. He hasn't uploaded anything since your debate? He has. These are all newer. These are all things since he debated with me. He put out a fuckload of 2-minute videos.
You know why a lot of women in today's society don't know how to cook? Don't clean? Messy? Nasty?
Do you have any source on the fact that you think that most women these days don't cook or clean? Right? Do you have a source on that, or is that something you're just saying because you don't like women and you want to disparage them?
I don't have bad hygiene. You know why that is? Because
And what are you basing the fact that you think women have bad hygiene?
they feel entitled. They understand no matter how bad they are, no matter how ridiculous they are, men will still come running just because that they're female. Men don't even request anything from a woman anymore. Men don't even request women to look good anymore. They just request them to be a woman. And
oh no, people want to be with people because of who they are and not because of what they can provide to them, like they're your fucking mom? What a shock.
they get all of the...
These are good things, right? If your interest in a woman is that she can cook and clean for you, then you are not an adult. You're a fucking child. Learn to take care of yourself and look for a partner that you want to be with because of the person they are, not because you don't know how to make your fucking bed and cook some eggs in the morning. You goddamn child, are you kidding me? Man, women these days, they don't want to be my mom, right? What's up with that? Because people don't want to take care of you like they're your fucking parent. Take care of yourself. Jesus Christ.
Attention. You know how many ugly hoes got OnlyFans pages? You know how many nasty, out of shape, ugly.
Do you know how many dumb fucks have YouTube channels?
But ugly women on OnlyFans, top 1, top 2%. You know how many of ugly ass women make it? Too many. That's how many. Too many. Too fucking many. Right? These women, they don't know how to cook. They don't know how to clean. They don't.
Do you know how to cook or clean? Because you should. Because you're an adult, right? And most women who are adults also know how to do at least a little bit of cooking for themselves. And how to clean their house.
Don't know how to take care of the household. They don't know how to raise children anymore because they're too entitled and they feel like they don't have to. And they're absolutely correct. It's a lot of men who's choosing these women, a lot of men who's getting with these women who don't know how to do any of these things.
Source. None of this has sources. I hate this guy so much. He just says stuff. He has feelings, and because he has these feelings and he's a man, he thinks that his feelings are automatically facts that he doesn't have to back up. And it's so annoying. Our debate that we did was the same. He'd make a claim, a crazy claim, and then I'd be like, okay, can you source me on that? On what are you basing the fact that you believe that? And he'd go, and he'd be like, let me go look this up. And I'd be like, whoa. It's one thing to say, you know, you read this somewhere and you know it because, you know, this, and that real life, like, statistics. But that's not what he was doing. He'd be like, well, I don't know, let me go find a source. Like, no, that's not how things work. You shouldn't form an opinion and then go search out sources to prove yourself right. That's a bias. What you need to do is find information, then form your opinions based on prevailing tested information. So ridiculous. Shady Shroomy, thank you for the 25 bits. This is the hot chip and lie meme, but real.
They don't even request of these women to have these basic skills that a woman should have. These women, they feel like that it's somebody else's job, that they can put the duty off on somebody else, or they go force the role onto the man and they be the masculine one and rule the relationship with matriarchy. So that's the
matriarchy. I'd love to see your evidence for a matriarchy.
Reason why women don't cook and clean no more. Why they don't know how to. Even if they wanted to, they don't know how to because they don't feel that.
I'd love to see a statistic that said, like, number of men who regularly clean their... I'm talking single people. Men who regularly cook and clean for themselves versus women. Anecdotally, the women I know are better at taking care of themselves than the men. Like, I don't want to throw shade at Jake, for instance. But here we go. Jake is filthy. He lives like a 14-year-old. Sarah cleans that fucking house. And hey, if that's what works for them, that's fine. But, like, more adult men that I know are fine living in fucking squalor and their own filth than women. So what are you talking about?
Obligation to do it anymore. Why learn how to cook and clean when you can just get a beta male provider who doesn't give a fuck? You get a beta male provider who don't know how to put his foot down and say, hey, have meal ready when I get home. Have something warm cooked. Have a home-cooked meal for me when I get home, for being your fucking beta male provider in this whole entire relationship. They don't have to. That's why.
Yeah, you don't have an obligation to serve your husband. Would it be nice sometimes for both of you to make dinner for each other? Yeah, absolutely. But it's not an obligation. You're both adults. Learn how to be an adult.
Would you still work at your job if you can just get the money for free? Think about that. Would you still work a job if they just giving you the money for free? Would you still clock in every freaking day when they're just paying you to stay home?
Just because you're in a relationship with a woman doesn't make it her job to clean your shit and cook for you. She is not your fucking mother. You are not 12 years old. You're not 5. Take care of yourself. You're an adult. Why do you want this, like, weird mommy sex slave that you come home and she cooks for you and cleans for you and then you fuck her and that's her whole role in your life? That's fucked up. Get your shit together.
No, you wouldn't. It's not a surprise to me that these women don't know how to cook or clean or even keep up their own hygiene most of the time.
Again, no sources for any of this. It's just a man being hysterical and screaming about his feelings on the internet. That's the red pill for you.